Alright, hello everyone, welcome to the channel, welcome to the stream. My name is Catmollock, and we're on the last streaming day of the month, which means this is our final push to try and breach Diamond with a going second deck. How viable that is a very different question to whether we can win some games, you know. We're gonna win some games, but can we win enough? I'm not honestly sure we can. Also, okay, we didn't pick up anything for that last time. Sad. What did we pick up? We picked up an Apophis, and we actually have some Apophis. Huh. You don't say. Temple of the Kings, we've got Silverhat Rabbit. We've got the start of Trap Monsters. What do? Bashing a level tiny higher from deck while you control Temple of the Kings. Once per turn, you can add Temple of the Kings or a spell that mentions it. Okay, that's where we fall down, I think, right? No, you technically work, but we don't have a fusion target. And the OG mystical piece of circuit. Right. And then we've got some actual stuff for the Unchained package. In fact, we have enough stuff to just kind of, like, make Unchained things. 2 monsters including a Link. If they ended on a Link, we could use this plus a Link 3 and just make Abomination, you know? Just saying. We actually have, like, a decent amount of things. I mean, we could still just make Yama with it. Because what do you take? You just take 2 Fiends. So it does require that the opponent has another Fiend monster. Ah well. So yeah, we got a couple of things we can think about building around. But for the moment, I'm not wanting to put in that kind of brain power. I am wanting to get on, to start dueling, and to build up some momentum, because we didn't actually get anywhere last stream. We ended at the same spot we started in. 1 win in flat 4. Which means we need another 15 at this point to rank up. That's another 15 back to back. So, who knows about what we actually need in terms of, you know, trying to rank up. Well, 2 Kaiju's, Field Spell, and Perulia. It's not a bad hand. Resolves, which is a good start. Set 1. 2. Best Labyrinth impression, because you don't want to... Oh no. Oh. Best Labyrinth impression. It's just legitimately Labyrinth. Well, I got a draw. That is probably about as high as it goes. You know, I didn't consider actually running into Labyrinth. I know that's gonna sound crazy talk, but I genuinely haven't. Add Lady Lab. Okay. You want to summon the Lady Lab and give me another draw? You do. Why do you want to give me another draw? That was a damn good spell. And that is a damn good monster. Right, we lead with this. I feel that's pretty obvious. If they're going to have something to destroy it, then, you know, they have something to destroy it. And it's hopefully used on raid stuff. Well, okay, so that resolves. I'm going to set a different trap from deck. Isn't the end of the world. What are you setting, pray tell? What's the worst card they could hit in my hand? Soul Exchange? Or Water Throne, probably. Welcome that. Okay. So special summon the other lady, probably return Ariana to the hand. I wouldn't be surprised anyway. Yeah, okay, there we go. And we get Fenrir. So, and we get, yeah, okay, there we go. And we get Fenrir. 7 card hand. 1 card on field. What are we thinking? Field spell. Interesting choice. We're going to put Kyoto Front on the field. I could Tribute Summon Fenrir. But I feel like I just want to do the special. And yeah, we attempt to do the effect. Normal spell, okay. Okay, that goes through. That surprises me. Spell card Soul Exchange. That goes through. What am I missing here? I'm probably missing some things. They can't Tribute Summon because they only have a 4 in hand. They can do trap cards. Like, I can spec from deck. I wonder if it's just Battle Tricks. Magic Fusion 2 Xyz. So I can do this to stop the effect. I don't need this kaiju because I won't have a face-up monster, and therefore they can't do it. And this will flip as many as possible face down. Which means unless they negate this, I get to put face down monsters on the field and they can't actually resolve this. No face up monsters do the thing. Both players' hands and on the field, so I've got 6. You've got 5, so you need a combination of 11. That they had it. Right. I'll get myself a kaiju. Trap trick, okay. Are they getting themselves another simultaneous equation? Okay. I think I'm really tempted to go for this. 9. What are the odds that they do just have a 9? Their whole extra deck is probably geared around it, right? So, worst comes to worst, I can do without these. But I should keep the Boldrake. Last chance to do it this turn. They don't need to do it this turn, they could just do it next. But it's the last chance they have to do it this turn. That one they can't use. This one they can, this one they can. I've got no idea what this is. I know exactly what that is. Okay. Interesting. You're going to be on 1. I know this gives them easier levels to do, but I feel that it's the correct choice. Maybe 2. Can I do anything here? I could put no levels on my side of the field. That is something I could do. At the moment I've got an ogre in hand. They know that if they've been paying attention. And I don't think an ogre is going to do 22 by itself, so maybe I should have put a link monster on the field. The thing is, this is just going to keep gaining counters and protecting itself if they want to destroy it. So, I'm okay with that. I did not expect simultaneous turbo to be the deck I was going against first, but apparently here we are. Come on, you gotta have combinations for like 6 or 9, and I don't know why you wouldn't do it. They're also not going into the extra deck, so Boldrake isn't actually destruction. But it has been used to loop this, and I doubt they're on 2 of it. Whatever happens, they're probably not on 2 of Lovely. Pitch the second Ariana. Wait, they summoned one from the deck. When did you not have a better target to summon from the deck? Surely you got a better target. Like, even getting Chandelier into rotation, that would be good. And Deckle Grave. So they're probably using that to get back out the Lovely. They're not. Okay. Monster Reborn, that is a hell of a draw. Let's try and add Kaiju first. If they do it, they do it. No, but they aren't going to summon. Oh, okay, are they going to return field spells to the hand? Oh. No. No, they aren't. I get myself my search. Do I just put the Kaiju on the field? Or do I just threaten the Kaiju again? I guess. Yeah, fuck it. And at random or on their field, so it's probably the Thunder King that's on field. In which case I could reborn it. No. The Ogre in hand. The game surprises me. We're going to do this again. If you don't want to do it, then, you know, I can't force you. Also, this is going to resolve, so whatever they do, this is their last chance to activate cards this turn. They do understand they lose the game. They can't do anything anymore. That's it. Battle phase. Attack over 1. Attack over 2. And attack directly for game. They had to choose between, like, level 6 and level 9s. There's no way they couldn't have used that simultaneous equation. I'm gonna look at their extra deck. Welcome back to Masochist, apparently, but I am gonna look at their extra. So, you had banished 3, 3, and 5. And this is worded 2 XEs with the same rank, and a fusion. So 4, 4, no, sorry. 2, 2. Ah, no, okay, hold on. They couldn't actually resolve it, the fucking moron. Make it a 3-of in the deck, and then don't build around using it multiple times. Genius tactic. I was scared of a card that was a one-time activate against me. Hey, and that's the next login bonus. That's cool. Right. How many... Okay, we got 3 legacy packs. Let's open up 3 legacy packs. I am unmuted, yeah. Occasionally you just gotta check. Right. What are we looking? Effect damage protection of Floodgate. Another vanilla, which maybe is relevant at some point. I don't know. The odds are it isn't. But there is a chance. Anyway, what do we get from our fine and dandy master pack? A Glad Beast. Another Speed Droid. Bonding. Another Libro that we've already got. Another Synchron that we've already got. More copies of this is fine. So we got 1 new card. If summoned by a Glad Beast, target card in your opponent's grave, banish it. Okay. So it's like infinitely slower DD Crow. Okay, what about the next pack? Surely that's going to have something slightly more useful in. We could technically be playing Harmonicas just for a set of Pendulum Scales that let us summon level 4s. But I don't think it's worth it, not even in like the Redo or Turbo deck. Olenoids. I don't think we've got max copies of Olenoids, so that's actually pretty cool. And speaking of pendulums, this is pretty neat. Banish 3 cards from your extra face down, except itself. Or except the Sleepy Girl. Summon this. We have... I want to say that we have a different Nemleria card that is also one of the 10s, but I don't know which. Yes, we do. We have at least one other Nemleria 10. because I know we played it like right at the start of the series. We got all the 10s. We're just missing the sleepy girl. If you have his face-up pendulum in your extra. If you face-up pendulum in your extra, type 1 once you control placing on the bottom of the deck summon. Gains 100 for each face down in your extra. Yeah, that's the one we were playing for the longest time. That's really neat. Set an Emlaria trap. Unfortunately, we don't have any, even though one of them's an N. But yeah, that's kind of neat. Oh, wait. Yeah, while I was there, let's have a quick look at Valmonica. Okay, so we've got 4 copies of the field spell. It's not really playable, but it is technically playable. Like, 4 copies, or 3 copies of the field spell, which means that you've got 4 copies of each pendulum. So you've got 5 copies of your pendulum scales, because getting one gets you the other. So the fact that the field spell only searches 1 card is fine. But then, you know what? Maybe it would be worth playing in the rank 4 turbo. And the thing is, if you gain enough life, you just have a sneaky Raigeki. If you take enough effect damage, then, like, you know, you get extra counters just for giggles, I guess, but you can have a cheeky Raigeki. Gain 500, excavate until you hit a Valmonica. Well, actually, that's kind of funny. What if, like, you'd already cycled through the rest of your deck? Huh. I guess things to think about. We could technically use it. Right. I know this is pretty early, but I need to dip away for a minute or two. Be right back. we are back. Which means that one, that one. There we go. Onwards with the next duel. I'm sometimes tempted to like use more of these streams for kind of like deck building exercise. But you know, I don't know whether it's a good use of time or whether I should really be using like my own time to do it. I want to use the stream time, honestly. Like, it's not that I have loads of things better to do, but I do have some better things to do. Also, we drew the Destrudo and double Armageddon, just for insult to injury. Does mean we could send the level 7 dragon, possibly. We might be going up against Dark Magician. There's a chance we aren't. There's a chance this is a draw engine. Okay, that feels like Dark Magician. Search Magician's Rod. We will have to see where this goes from here. The hand looks a lot better, all of a sudden. We might still have to deal with Eternal Soul, but so be it. Yeah, there's the fetch for Eternal Soul. Although I can banish Eternal Soul. Well, I mean, if I banish Eternal Soul face down, it doesn't blow up everything, because Eternal Soul is now face down. Okay. So we definitely lead Fenrir. Like, that's not really a hard decision to make. Yeah. It's a threat. Oh, okay. I did not expect the Dark Renewal. Okay, so there's Dark Magician, and they've got Eternal Soul. So, no. It's a Apprentice Illusion Magician. But there is a Dark Magician, which means they can special summon it with Eternal Soul. I can put that one in the back row, and they can't get rid of it. Because the Dark Magician will be untargetable anyway, thanks to Eternal Soul. 1500 or less, which is like everything. That fucking sucks. My opponent has the hands of all time, apparently. The question is, am I just dead on the clapback? So that gets Dark Magician on the... No, it's a search. Dark Magic Attack. I'm not playing any spell traps at the moment, you can see that. I'm not sure they're going to be able to kill me, but that is a hell of a deal. Who knew the correct order of sequence would be to fucking Sinful Spoils? The goddamn Magician's Rod. I thought about it, but that seriously can't be the right play ever. Well, we're now going to be able to see if they can kill me. They've got Dark Magical Circle, which is definitely going to help. I mean, it's an open board and they have Eternal Soul set up, plus Magician's Rod, so they really should have lethal. A lot of my monsters in this deck are high stats, but the issue with that is a lot of them are kaijus. like, in this case, what are the draws? We've got any Bestial, Mirage Dragon, Ogre, not this one because it only summons in end phase, Alpha Ashatos. 1, 2, 3, 8. We have 8 summons. What do we have for board clearance? Nothing. Well, we could, I guess 9 with instant contact is like another thing to draw. Instant contact is also a palatable draw. Alright, that's 5k. 6/6. Okay, so they can't kill me. This is unaffected. You don't have damage in grave. Did you add another one to hand? You summoned one from hand. You haven't necessarily got another one in hand, so you can't necessarily banish this. That's so fucking rude. We lost to just... What the fuck? 2 ofs galore. Because why would you play 3? What do you mean we lost to this shit? Okay, on with the next all, I guess. Also, let me know if you guys would rather I do some, like, deck building on stream. Because I know I have done before. But, yeah, I'd like to know. I'd like people's input. It's nice. Like, the current things I'm thinking of doing are maybe looking at rank 4 turbo again because of the Valmonica, like, you know, pendulum scales. Also, we've just got more level 4s since. The natural enemy of birds. Towers. What do I need? The natural enemy of birds. Big fucking monster. The natural enemy of towers. Kaiju. There we go. Right, so they end on, like, double towers, 5k. However, I can Kaiju, I can Waterfront, Kaiju a towers, summon my own Kaiju, and I could possibly... I mean, I can kill the first Kaiju with my Kaiju, and then I might be able to Kaiju the second towers. It's just if a monster effect is activated. That is fine. As long as they can't do... you know what? They have the related cards function, right? Well, that's encouraging, at the very least. It's mostly used in FTK. But here I think they are actually playing Raid Raptor and they're just going for, like, Towers Turbo. Hope everyone's doing okay, by the way. Hope everyone's been having a good time, decent weekend and all. I am having a much better day since the dawn of Sunday. I mean, even the eve of Saturday was a hell of a lot cooler. It was very nice. And also, England have made it through to, like, you know, the actual knockout stages of the World Cup, which is nice. because at the end of the day, although I have teams in the sweepstake whose name is not England, I am still, you know, kind of like cheering on for England to win. It is the preferable outcome. Also, apologies if you hear, I guess, fans repeatedly in the background, or construction equipment of various kinds. We've got roadworks, like, just down the road. Like, not 20 meters, 30 meters away. And here we see a truck who has not managed to figure out that it was a closed road. Oh wait, no, he's actually... he's got some of the construction equipment tied to the back of them, so they're probably packing up for the day. Yeah, apologies about the beeping if you can hear it. If you can't hear it, great. Anyway, here's one towers, which is just slightly too big. The other one's like 5k, isn't it? 4k. They currently have a monster negate. Assuming that is the monster negate, or was that a set like rank up magic? No, that's a set rank up magic. Huh. Okay, so that one's probably the monster negate. Don't know what that is. Okay, 1000 burn. So it has to start with this, right? I don't know if they have anything to stop it, but it does. Oh, it just starts with that. Okay, that makes this so much easier. Get rid of that. It's now protected. Do I bother summoning my own kaiju? What's the specific text on their rank up? Control and or in your grave. Oh wait, no, hold on. I stopped reading at an important point. So, including a monster on the field. Raigeki. You will not control a monster on the field. Okay, that works for me actually. That is exactly what we want. It gets rid of the rest of them so we can search for kaiju. They do have monster negate trap. I guess there is that. Oh yeah, but that literally doesn't matter. As many cards. I mean, this won't die. Which means just another kaiju. Goodbye. Activate search for another kaiju. And do we just get Gardala here? It's either that or Thunder King. I can only attack... Yeah, I can only attack so many times on monsters. So we'll do Gardala. And we'll remove 3, because it doesn't target. So we can just halve that one's stats, and then we can continue about what we were doing. Infirm. That's fine. Distruvo targets, unfortunately. So we're doing it this way then. Special summon for you. What's your learning? Targets one card and no other cards. You can target cards. No, we're just not going to do it. That one's a hard once, so I guess we're just hitting it really hard. And hopefully that's good enough. To activate the spell, I get a draw 2. Their big kaiju is in the, or their big towers is in the grave. I can search for the kaiju that's protected. They do have a stacked hand, and if I attempt to use this effect while they control a Raid Raptor, special summon it. Why can you just bring it back like that? Like, that shouldn't be legal. Let me read the counter trap. So, detach material from your dark... Oh, you don't have a material. Nice. Unaffected by other cards' effects. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty happy with this. I can just give him another kaiju next turn. You might have outs for this, but at the moment you need to make like another one of these. Well, you don't need to. This would out it? 800 attack. No. 1,000 attack. So Revolution Falcon actually outs it, if nothing else. Because I remember a couple of these guys' effects, but not all of them. That doesn't do it. Doesn't do it. This one gains 3,000, which still wouldn't do it. You can tag in something that does it. This one would do it. Strange Falcon would do it. Yeah, there's a lot of the Raid Raptors that would actually do it. And given that they have rank ups like nobody's business, I am just dead. Assuming they're remotely competent with the way that they actually organize their extra deck. They could, you know, just not be. It is entirely possible. Use itself as a material for Blaze Falcon. Blaze Falcon will do it. Right. 500. That's well over game, isn't it? But yeah, they got 67 on board. Man. I mean, did I give them the wrong kaiju? I may have given them the wrong kaiju first. Yeah. I guess that's something that you just gotta get used to. Which I'm still gonna, like, I've had these for God knows how long, and I just didn't consider it, so it's an issue. It's just a skill issue. On my end. At the very least, we are going second today, you know? It's small things, but it helps out a lot. Oh, and it's a nice graveyard field. Fenrir, 2 kaijus, Bestial. Love it. They might even be on a graveyard deck. Hold. Okay. And you're searching. Fuck you. You had a chance to be great. You had a chance to do something interesting. And now look at you. You bell. Disgusting. Supporting the queer community. Why can't you support the abomination community? Where's my kind of like love for eldritch creatures? Look, that's just a guy. That's not really a spirit. That's just a boy. This is a thing. Even you Belle. This is kind of more of a thing than a boy or girl, especially because, you know, it's supposed to be pretty androgynous anyway, but you get the point. Yeah, you have a chance to do something really cool. You just blew it. Decided, nah. Alright. Don't have the field spell. You also have, like, stupid high rarity for this deck. At least so far. What are you? Super rare. I've seen, like, what, 2 or 3 royals? I've seen 3 royals from this person. Gets you Bell. Yep, you get it back, you just loop it. Free material. Which is cool. But, you know, you're not playing Sacred Beast, you're playing Bell. You're just using the engine. Wah. Sam. Rage. What if Rage was a shapeless shadow? No, we're not getting to that point yet. No, I'm not gonna do this simply because I want to get the Fender on the field. There's another Yugioh. I don't really know what they're going for at this rate. Also, they still haven't fixed that. Where Yugioh is like, it's using the wrong effect. Everything else has been correct, but like Yugioh is constantly reading the wrong effect. It's like, when this card is destroyed, that's the thing that should be, you know. Like, that's correct. Yugioh is just reading the wrong text. Okay. I mean, I can kaiju this. It doesn't feel worth it, but it is kind of necessary. Because that doesn't actually need the spell. Bring that one back. During your opponent's turn, when monster activate does activate, tribute this, destroy Yugioh. So you got 2 changes. They could have Super Poly, but they don't have original Yugioh, so it doesn't actually matter. Now they have original Yugioh. Do I dare? Cuts me off from Fenrir, but poses as a, yep, there you go. It poses as a threat and clears the Omni Negate. Destroy Yugioh then. Destroy Spirit, which the destroy is our hard ones. No. No, it is not. Why is the destroy not a hard once? Like, what the fuck is that? I can just kaiju this, because they're gonna... You just make another one? Hard once per turn on the effect, not a hard once per turn on the summon. Beautiful. Oh, and you're not actually gonna... Right. You're not even keeping that one. Again, that's just not the right effect. Yugioh is never reading the right effect. I don't want to give them Jizukiru. I will give them a Radiant. I'll give them a Radiant instead of a Watt. I have to attack Yugioh with this, which is okay at the moment. You can... Actually, you guys can fetch from, like, Banishment, can't you? Hand deck or Grave. No, it's the field spell that can. I guess they didn't want original Yugioh destroyed either, so we'll just go with original Yugioh. They're not even going to negate it. Which means I can attempt to use the send effect, because that's what's going to happen. They're going to... Well, no, they're probably going to link off the Kaiju. Which is okay. SP. Then you're gonna banish it. Alright, I gotta summon Fenris sooner rather than later. But I can then summon this. I can normal summon the Armageddon Knight. I know this is a lot of effort for something that's probably not going to work. They're going to banish the Fenrir until the end phase. Yeah. The thing is, I can't clear the SP via battle because I have to attack the fucking Yugioh engraved on the field. Just fuck off. I hate it. I genuinely hate the deck. Especially, like, you know, I've also got a pet peeve against it because it actually puts some cards that I play on the ban list. Like, never has a deck that I've played ever actually been hit on the fucking ban list. Except for when meta decks are playing my cards, and it's happened exactly with Sacred Beast and nothing else. So, you know, I get a little annoyed. Don't leave, but, you know. Oh, hold on. Does that count? No. Good. Yusaku. I was gonna ask why do I remember that, and I think I do remember it, and I think it's Brains. So probably getting something heavy deck, I guess. Kaiju, Waterfront, Book, and Alpha. Just need another Kaiju. RB. I mean, this isn't really Yusaku's deck, but, you know, it is a Link deck. The question is, can RB survive Kaiju? Because you like having a Link monster for things. Yeah, I don't think they're actually on August. I think they're just doing, like, you know, RB things. But it just so turns out that that August is a really good starter. As is, what, Terratop? Sky Striker? The issue is I've got the infamous I'm going to get my own shit kicked in because I gave them a Kaiju with an effect. Like, the reason Radiant's at 3 in the deck is because I want to give my opponent Radiant. The reason, you know, Lightning Strike's in the deck is because if I have to give him to my opponent, it's not the end of the world, and I want to use him. The reason Gardala's in the deck is I want to use Gardala. The reason Jizukiru's in the deck is I need a Kaiju. I need more knees. Like, I think if I cut down the number of Kaijus in my... What the fuck? Fuck you? Like, excuse you, you fucking bastard. Did you just look at my whole hand, or did you just pick a random card? Lambda Cannon. Just summon a monster from the... Oh, god damn it. I should really know that from watching Joe's ladder climb, honestly. Well, that's fucked. There goes the Kaiju. I've still got Kyoto Waterfront, but I don't have a way to get to 3 counters. Like, I just don't. One monster. Title monster. So they know they're gonna have to get to, like, a spell trap pop. There are hard ones, yeah. I had one of these in a quarter century, or like Starlight Red or some shit. I think it was Starlight Red. Just no one wanted it because, goddamn, it was RB. But hey, look at this. RB is actually a deck. Everything becomes machine is not a problem to me. Except they're probably searching Regulus with it. So yeah, it will be a problem for me. You're just gonna add another one? Shepherd's Crow. Yeah, that's gonna get Regulus. Can I just make a spell trap destruction? Monster effect. So, Waterfront, as long as they don't Regulus it, could resolve. Emphasis on the could. Spell trap card or effect. Right, so I need to get rid of Cutter. But I'm pretty sure they just have protections. Yeah, you have at least one engrave. You have a graveyard protection. And you know you need to play around Waterfront. Special summon. Do I need Kyoto Waterfront? Yes.
Let's activate it anyway. If they want to negate it, they'll negate it. We don't have a generous hand. Okay, 700 negate that destroy. Okay. There it goes. Special summon an RV from the deck, okay. Hold a minute. For this one, we can make these. Once you tries to destroy it. Right. Does that go through? Like, we can reborn, but they're still just going to destroy us. Like, they're just going to use this as a quick effect destruction, which is enough. Oh, they can also Snatch Steal. So yeah, we're just, like, extra fucked. I don't think I can get anything that would be even remotely strong enough to deal with it. I can't get the alpha back because it has to be summoned by its own condition. I could get regulars, but what good's that gonna do? I think RB is a cool deck. I'm just, like, sick of not having hands do what they need to do. Because either my opponent's playing a card that invalidates it, or, you know, I played in the wrong order, because how am I supposed to predict Dark fucking Renewal? I really need to find a better vocabulary for doing the Masochist challenge, but it is just a Masochist challenge. It's very frustrating and it's hard to find one. 3 kaijus. I can put 2 on the field and then I can't get the third, which means a Shaltos is probably a brick. We are against to go first deck by the looks of it. I would wager an aircraft. Or we aren't? Or against a Masochist deck or something like that. I got no idea. Could just be pure cash. It could just be stun. It could just be stun. We'll see. Well, you're gonna summon it. It's in your extra deck. It's a free body on the field. Yeah, it's for the rest of the turn after the Theosis, and not legal summoning from the extra deck anyway. The Swords of Concealing Light might actually go pretty hard here. We are playing Monarchs. Or at least Monarch spell traps. I was hesitant to say because the thing is, like, Antramuthri and the, like, Kashira Fenrir plus Ogre are, like, no Monarch techs. And also, lack of an extra deck is a, you know, signature trait. Are you going to reveal 3 of the same?
Domain, domain, domain. I don't need the extract to kill you. But I find it funny that you would think you do, or think I do. And also rather reasonable for some of my decks. That's also rather funny. Okay, I don't need to target you either. You're also not getting these back as long as I understand this right. Instant contact is kind of funny, unfortunately it just doesn't work. Yet. Wait. We do it this way around. So... You don't control a tribute summoned monster. But... just to really humour this and get it out the way anyway. Now you definitely don't. If you want to put my Gardala in the grave, please do. I don't really know what a Shartos could call. Because they're just going to tribute over it anyway. Okay, so yeah, that's one. You think I don't have another? Right, what is the monster you summon? That's going to be an interesting question. So yeah, Pampiasm Prime. See, what's not interesting is the fact that it's just Majesty's Fiend. I'll defend the inner archetype Monarch Floodgates, I just think Majesty's Fiend is boring. You can discard a Monarch Spell Trap. So, again... do I need to summon from the extra? I don't really. I could block them from doing, like, Ether and things. Which doesn't feel, like, great. They cannot be destroyed on card effects, also they neither they can target any card effects, I guess there's that. It's a quick effect. Huh. Well, they're always getting it back anyway. And it is a non-target. I've thoroughly lost this game before it even began, because they went first. And... I mean, I didn't draw, like, a great hand for dealing with them. Oh. You didn't add Erebus back. Interesting. Still can't summon, so we're not too far from it. There goes your tribute summon. Ball. It's just moderately funny. I just want to do it. 1, 2, 3. I have to call Thunder, but it's not like calling Machine would have done any better. They might be able to just Storm Forth me, but at this point, hey. I have tried. I'm going against Monarch Stun. I have not drawn cards good against Monarch. Well, not Monarch Stun, but you know. It's a nasty. So you're just gonna hard get it, right? He's a fiend. There weren't any fiends on the field, so it's not like I could even stop it if I wanted to. Get the fuck out of here, bot. Be gone, bot. I said... Wait. Be gone, bot. Now then. Did he actually end up getting it? He did get Storm 4. Can I get rid of this message? I don't know how I do that. You can get yourself another tenacity because you've already used it. I'm not going to get you a turn for tempo, although they do just have the game. Oh, this is fucking rough. We've been playing for an hour and I've only got 1 win. 2 wins? No. 1 win against Lab. 5 losses. This shit's fucking rough. This shit sucks. I'm very tempted to say if we D-rank, I'm just going to do a deck building stream, but at the same time, I don't think that's an unlikely outcome. It's kind of hedging my bets in a way. That is a damn nice hand, though. Kaiju, Synchro 10, Waterfront, Fenrir. Not bad, if I do say so. No. Alright, that's a bit out of left field. And these guys float from being Kaiju'd. So I wonder if they can make the 3-piece. Because if they can't make the 3-piece, then it's fine. Also, how are you drawing 2 of in 60? Okay, no, you're at 55, are you? No, you're at practically 60. How are you drawing this? Gate Guardian is inconsistent as shit, and you're opening exactly like the Spell Trap Negate in practically 60 cards. I'm probably gonna have a bother for like what I actually kind of, aren't I? Lightning Storm. So they did want to go second. Which makes sense. Yeah, they have a Spell Trap Negate on top of everything else, so they do have to Kaiju that. Because otherwise Waterfront doesn't stick and then that loses a lot of my tempo. Oh, but it is just the Spell Trap Negate. And I guess like a pop, draw, banish? Shuffle. In the graveyards, okay. Right. So we give them Radiant. Which summons a, you know, one of those. Not that that matters. So yeah, we search for Ogre. The tokens... Okay, so I have to use this one as synchro material. I really don't want to have to summon the fucking Rose Dragon without getting rid of everything first, but I think I have to. It just is what it is. I can still banish the rest of that grave. Right. What can I do with this? I could summon... I got it. I think I do actually have it. Yeah, this is gonna look weird. I don't know if they have... Okay, if they have Action Hand, they have Action Hand. I don't think they do. Battle phase, so I can kill that one. Why can't this one attack? Alright, alright. This one can kill. I mean, it's one of the two bigs. Yeah, I don't understand why this one can't attack. What's so special? What can I do? I can transverse her, which doesn't get me anywhere. I can Lizardos, which doesn't really get me anywhere. Or I can Zerboros, which is at the very least funny. The thing is, I think they can just kill me, right? Is this a once per battle? Once per turn at the start of the damage step. Right, so they can clear one of these things. I might leave it as is then. They can get two of those back. Once per turn they can place. So that means they can't even get to a 2-piece because they need 2 on the field to do a 2-piece. They would need to have 3 to be able to make use of the one in green. This one can just be over one, they can out the other. This just dies to battle, and then I don't think they can kill me. Although that's a little bit extra damage, that's not what I figured on. Opponent's card effect. Right. I don't think I'm dead. I'm not sure. I don't know what the turtle is for. Oh, you can just like make a link to all these and then bring it back. 30. That's interesting. Are you doing it? Alright. 13. 85. At the moment, that looks okay. That is Red Eyes Fusion. Fuck. That is just the game. Yay. I don't have any problems with Gate Guardian. I get people want to make a deck as good as they can, but what the fuck are those ratios? Man has not heard of 3-ofs. I see this field spell at 3, but this man has not heard of 3-ofs. Right. This has been a pretty shit stream so far. Let's give it like 20 minutes. I'm not looking forward to adding this to the win-loss ratio. We're right at the end of the month. I don't understand why we aren't having an easier time of it. We're meant to go second. We've gone second like literally every game. And we're at the end of the month, which means the worst players are up in Platinum. At least the worst players that are gonna be in Platinum are in Platinum. I always want to come into these things like really cheery and really optimistic, but it's just a struggle. Lunalight. They can make a double Raigeki unaffected. Do a hard ones or anything. I mean, what if I just get rid of it? I don't have anything that prevents me from controlling monsters at the moment. I don't have Fenrir in hand. I shouldn't act like I'm going to draw one. So what if I can just stop the turn by, like, you know, getting rid of this? I might not be able to, but what if I could? Perfume Dancer. Okay. It's probably not going to be the end of the world, but I want to at least, you know, check it first. At the moment, I'm not seeing any banishment add, but I guess just the one DD Crow is not enough to stop the full combo. Biru, okay. Well, I could summon 5 times in my turn, you never know, you might want that. Are you just unaffected by all card effects, or opponents only? Except Lunalights. So, Lunalight Mirror, it is not a Towers. Noted. It's important information. Because I'm never going to actually get a Lunalight deck to play on this thing. Yeah, so far I still haven't seen like a banished, way to cheat the banished card back, which means hopefully they're just kind of without it. Although that one banishes materials to summon a fusion, so that doesn't bode well. Yep, Liger will just Raigeki the Bestial, and the Bestial will not have a face-up monster to send. Oh. Well, that's it. Must be fusion summoned. Good. Good stuff. Get the fuck out of here. I'm a nice and pleasant streamer, man. Very wholesome. Yeah, I don't care for you. Funny enough, I do not want anything to really do with this deck. Also, if you're going to be playing Zoo, why are you not maining any Zoo? I get you don't need it, but it just makes sense, no? You should play some. is going to make it easier because any one Yugioh monster is full, like, combo, right? Am I missing something? Must be. And it becomes shiny pack. Interesting. We hope. At the moment, there's no actual proof of that. I did not mean to take a screenshot. That is, you know, it is en route to where the mouse is. Predaplast is good for Predaplants, but I don't think we have enough Predaplants. That was a good Chaos card. It's recycling as well. Interesting. That is an interesting pack. What about the second? I was just saying we should be having easier times of it, and lo and behold, we've got someone who surrenders to their monster being kaiju'd, so there's that. Linked monsters gave 500 attack defense, linked summons cannot be negated. Monster chain, if you take 2,000 or more, you can shuffle face down cards. In your extra deck, activate the top, and if it's a Cyber's Link, special it. That's an interesting field spell, actually. Not that we can really make use of it, I don't think. Tricky's cool. It's just a special summon by discard, right? Yeah, level 5 special summon. I don't know if we have any use for that. I mean, we do Synchro 7s, but, like, not really 6s. Not really 9s. Do we have level 3 tuners? Yes. Are they good? Probably not, for the most part. Rank 5s, they exist. I'm not sure what else we've got that really makes the 5s worth it, though. No, we get to choose. Second. I said I'd give it like 20 minutes or so. It's been 10. So we got another 10. Just allow me to open this real quick. I need sustenance to cope. Well, damn right I need sustenance to cope. I'm gonna be floodgated so hard. You don't currently have anything on the field. No, Georgius can't activate graveyard monster effects, okay. Which means I couldn't do Destrudo under it. So, 5 attack defense. That one's not actually a floodgate. Why is that the end of your turn? Won't question it. Do you have a quick effect? Discard 2, target 1, destroy it. Yeah, sure. Right. What am I doing in this scenario? I need to work around the Crocodile. So I think it is just Sinful Spoils. Then we can put Kyoto Waterfront on the field, and I think we can kind of like get going a little bit. If we even needed to go that far, apparently. I would be floodgated so hard if my opponent knew what they were doing. or Drew combo in their drastically oversized deck. That's not the deck I want to see. That's the deck I want to see. What the hell is this? So it is ice barriers, more or less. Ice barrier, earthbound. Frozen prison. What would you call this? Icy grave. That suggests gravekeepers. You're playing this, but is that the goal? Probably not. Nah, it's just a weird deck. That's more the sort of thing that I was expecting to encounter. Expecting to beat. After me complaining about the whole stream being shit, we get 2 back-to-back wins. Strike Bouncer. Now there's a rank 6. That is a negate. It's not on field at negate, but that is a negate. It's also 2700, which is no small stat line. That's not bad. I'm not sure if it replaces the Wallow that we've got. Possibly, I mean, we don't really summon Wallow. Extinct of Doom, the 15th, another stun option. Stun is probably the easiest deck to support in Masochist by like a drastic margin. Like there's just good low rarity tools to enable it. It doesn't take much to just like play a frustrating deck. You can just play monsters that can't be destroyed by battle traps, because who plays battle traps? Toon. Well, we don't have enough Toon cards to really justify that. And the rest of that pack is duplicates. So surprise, surprise, nothing changes. We won like 3 duels today, right? Let's see, so that puts us at literally a 3rd win rate. Let's get one more. Yeah. One more. Surely it couldn't hurt. I mean, it could. It very much could. We gotta choose. Let's go 2nd. The thing is, this half looks like a turning point. It's not a bad hand. Add a ritual spell. Oh, we're playing Archfiends. Given that I can't kill them, I might have a problem. I think they might actually find a way to negate my Dark Ruler. It's not relevant. I don't need to get the worry. I think I just wait for the Fiendsmith fusion summon, or the attempt to fusion summon, right? Shove that one back. The thing is, Fiendsmith do have a 2-piece fusion, they're probably playing it.
sure. I don't see what the problem is with that. Because it's not a monster, it's now an equip spell, which means you're going to do the 2-piece fusion anyway. No. Okay, what's that? Okay. I guess it's just insulation. You get a rank 6, so then yeah, you hopefully can't negate the fusion. Okay. This is going to be a tough duel. I'm not actually sure we're going to win it. I'm not even sure if they're on the Fiends with fusion stuff. I think they might just be making a rank 6. Yugioh. Well, Yugioh is not the name of what they're making. I'm trying to work out. So, Luce? Leftmost, rightmost cannot be destroyed by card effects. Okay. I mean, I can't do anything about it anyway. I don't actually know where this is going at this point. I would like to commentate more, but yeah, I just don't know. I'm trying to understand and comprehend. It's not easy. They've still got, like, all the Archfiends. Well, are they doing the Arch? Yeah, they're doing the Archfiend stuff now, and getting extra bodies on the board. So, like, Dark Ruler could do it. Emphasis on the could. It's not necessarily gonna work. Matador Archfiend, who is just Rota, right? I mean, we saw him in second, but we will see him again. Yeah, it's just Rota. You gotta like that the rituals are, like, pretty good as well. I'm really happy that, like, you know... Like, rituals aren't probably the most fun summoning mechanic when it comes to a vacuum. Because you got, like, when you take a look at Drytron, which is, you know, pretty much just trying to, like, negate as much as possible as often as possible with its original playstyle. Necros, which was just your opponent shouldn't extra deck things. What else you got? Gishki, which is the hand loop. I mean, Megalith's pretty fun. I can't really say anything bad about Megalith. I don't know what the most competitive thing is for it, but it feels like it's still just like a mass pop. Which Drytron has access to like 2 of those anyway. So, is what is. But overall, yeah, rituals, I don't think they tend to be like a fun... Oh, and like Voiceless Voice just being like negate and pops, but like really consistent about it. Vendread's not particularly unfun. But then again, like, Vendread isn't consistent. Battle Lord is a pretty decent card.
because it does just shut down a third of the captive card pool. Was that a counter or just a trap? Continuous trap, okay. Cheers for that. Could have done better at the moment, so the reboost is appreciated. Although, I am now at 1 in 3. I've played 9 and I've won 3. But those, 2 of those 3 are in like the last 20 minutes, because I'm back down at the bottom of the platinum, and one of them surrendered to me Kaiju the boss monster, and the other person surrendered to me making a spell trap out of Ravenous Croc Dragon. So, not impressive of me. Ah, right. I think the rest of this might be a deck building screen jump. Right. So you're unaffected by monster effects. That's it. I'd say that's it, like, that's just easy enough to work around. Right. Yeah, that's fine. So that should be the continuous trap. Don't know what that is. Oh, that is not a bad draw. Okay, so yeah, continuous trap. Okay. If you control an Archfiend, you can target one face-up card your opponent controls, negate its effects. Stop it or lose it. Yeah, you gotta add an Archfiend card now. So that should be fine. Like, there's no way you just have 2 Firth on the field anyway. So next we Dark Ruler. And then we tribute off this and this. Oh, we can't kill them, which is really gonna hurt, but, you know, is what is. Okay, so that goes through. Kyoto. You'll be able to search a Kaiju in a minute. Assuming this, like, if this spell card resolves, I can search Kaiju. So we're gonna do it. Alright, summon Radiant. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. Alright, you can tribute summon, but you can't tribute over this, so enjoy that. Target 1 card on the field destroyed. You're going to target a Radiant. Okay. Go for it. It does put enough in that I can actually just search a Kaiju. If I want Fiendsmith, Lake Monster in a Brave, no. Absolutely not. I would kind of hope that they didn't destroy the Radiant, but it is what it is. I can search Kaiju. It's not actually going to do anything for me. It's just going to exist as a threat. Half your life. Banish a spell and trap. Right.
So that is the end of the duel. They do just have it. There is not much I can do about it. Get this one for the moment. Target card or activate in the graveyard are negated. Are you an effect or are you a summoning condition? That's an effect. So they can't even put that on the field. They can just ritual summon this again. For the moment, we will try and play it out. Nice drink. Right, I forget, they can just, well, no, they can't. Because they've forgotten about their own monster. Now you could just use it as Link Fusion Synchro Tribute whatever material. But, yeah, you do need to move it first. Which is unfortunate because there goes the board. Ritual summoned, banish all monsters on the field. Yep. Ah. I know when I'm beat. Alright. Yeah, I don't particularly feel like playing the rest of the duels that we could possibly do today. I feel like we should do some deck building. How's this one? Did we cut this down a bit? Because I know we added you, we added Long One. Why is it? Olenoids is in... Oh, that's only our second Olenoids we got earlier. I think we do that. We got two, two of you. We've got a few more effect monsters in. But I think that's honestly fine. Maybe it is worth trying to find worms. Just the long one. We do have the Abyss Dragon Sword Soul. So yeah, we have like a couple Sword Soul cards, but I don't think it's worth... I think we should be looking at normal monsters more. And we don't really have any. We're playing what we have, more or less. I could be putting Shathana in instead of Night Dragolich. I'm going to have to cut this deck down at some point to some size, but at the moment we're just going to chuck a couple things in and see what works. Or a water tuna. Does that matter? Don't know. Yeah, it just gets worms from deck, which is a really cool thing. I think we don't need Doom Kraken. Magicaloidal Soul has come up like all of one time, which might be just like, you know, yay, it's come up one time anyway, retire it. We want the equip spells, we want the draw. We could probably cut down on the draw. We have hand traps or in-hand effects. You're an in-hand effect. You are an in-hand effect. In-hand or grave effect. You can banish it from your hand or grave effect. Yeah. Yeah, I like how it is at the moment. Light, Earth, Wind. Light. Earth. Wind, light, light, earth, light. Okay, so we do mostly play around the Dominus card that we do include, which is good. This is technically more versatile than the trap we had. Kill you. Oh, Ritual Beast. If destroyed by battle and sent to the grave. Specifically, battle is the issue. It's basically a Yang Zing, but it, you know, just doesn't miss the timing. Oh wait, no, it does. When? Maybe that's the changes to Pacifist for the moment. I don't know. It feels a little weird to think about. I could probably cut the rank 6 from my main Ghost second deck at the moment. Bin the filters. What do we have in the way of tombs? Not really enough to consider it. Like, we got 2 bookmark, which is, like, pretty cool. But we don't have Kingdom, we just have World. We have a few tuned monsters, but not really enough. We got the 1 counter trap. A couple Comic Hand. So what's related to Toon World, and what do we have? We have Shadow Toon. Okay, we have a good chunk of Toon monsters. We just don't have, like, Contents, Kingdom, and I guess the last copy's a bookmark, or page flip. Page flip's like really necessary. Right. Turn 2 or bust. Do we want the rank 6? Probably not. Do we want Strike Bouncer? It's a better go first option. In what way? Actually, no. It's a better go first option in what way? We end on like 3 Bestials and we use 2 of them. But that'd be exactly the hand of like Druis or Boldrake plus Saronir Magnamut. And there isn't really another way to a 6. Actually, we don't even want that. What do we want in the extra then? I don't think there's anything that's like the magical thing we've been missing, you know? Well, that's kind of funny, but what, again, like, what do we have that actually makes this? It's Yamatako and Armageddon Knight, which means it isn't worth playing, because that's just 2 very specific cards. Oh yeah, I forgot we have the Lullaby of the Beings. Is the Lullaby worth playing in a dedicated Ghost second deck? Possibly. I mean, if we know they're on something like Blue Eyes or Dark Magician, we can get one into rotation for them at the cost of it being material for us. Or a Beat Stick. We're at the point where we're drawing a lot less monsters in our well, no. We're drawing a lot of weird combinations of monsters at the moment. I wouldn't say we're drawing less. Technically summonable. No. No, unsummonable in the current deck. Also unsummonable. It's not really worth it to make Zold, even if we had the correct monsters on field. Link 3 could work. Gaia, that requires an Xyz, so... And we've just ruled out the fact that we would be using an Xyz in the first place. So it comes down, it really does come down to like synchros and lengths. It's probably a lot better if I just... Yeah, there we go, we're already caught up with where we were. That's a destruction. Does take 3 monsters. Does it do anything particularly? I don't think it does.
can't really make Catasta in an efficient or good way. AFD isn't of any use here. It gets us a different field spell in the field zones, then you can add one with a different name than the destroyed cards. So if just our opponent has a field spell, that technically works, but, you know, listen to the wording of that. We didn't get a... Actually, I don't know if we got a zombie XCs. Let's quickly check that. We'll go back to the synchros and links for a minute. Did we get a vampire? Because vampires would only take us... Wait. No, we're not even snatch stealing. This is how consistent I am with knowing what I need at the moment. I'm thinking, wait, hold on, this could be an interesting tech, only to forget that, like, yeah, it could. Constructed. That's a specific 2-card summon, so it's not worth it. We are really running low on things that are worth summoning. Or that are, like, gonna come up. It feels like. This can just be made. We don't have any fish to banish. We don't need extra finishers, we need ways to get to them. Or things that do things. So I don't think that means link. Well, doesn't mean any of the links that we scrolled by thus far. The Biden... You see, Biden Dragon could be summoned. It just doesn't give us anything. And it is very specific. It makes Star Eater a little easier. But it doesn't have a quick effect synchro, so you're making it outside the battle phase. There's no point for Angel of Zera because we have 2 8s, which are both better. We could, like, use RDA. Like, one of these we have legitimately pulled. So we could play an RDA. But there just isn't a reason for it. Level 8 Dark 3k which can self-wipe. Doesn't seem ideal. Especially if they just use, like, a negate attack, you know, or something like that. But what else am I going to put in? On a serious note, I could put in, like... Wait, can I put in a Gaia Saber? I think I pulled one, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure I pulled a Gaia Saber, at least. It is completely generic, taking 2+ monsters, doesn't care types or anything. But it's not an effect itself, which means it doesn't actually make the Zeraboros any easier. What does Update Channel take? Level 2 or higher Cyburst. We ain't doing that here, Chief. What else? Circle of Fairies, 2 fires. Hey yo! Welcome to channel, welcome to stream. How you doing? We are not doing so great. We have won 3 and 10. And I've decided it's just a deck building stream now. Because I don't really want to try and push with the Go second deck. When I'm not really going to get anywhere, I'm just hoping for the random pulls to get me there. Have you informed me on your recent pulls? I don't think you have. Yeah, I don't think so. Feel free to say. We played Warpgate once upon a time. Which could be it. SP Little Knight Deer Bellstar, those are some banger pulls. Like, that's genuine quality, what you've got there. Nice. We pulled, like, interesting cards lately, but nothing quite on that tier. Huh. It is a 12, it's dark. Which means I could use my... that might be mildly better. Protects spell traps from being destroyed, but I'm not really using spell traps. It'd just be like concealing Waterfront. Waterfront has a self-protection effect anyway. SP won me a game against Runic, so I can say the card's kinda good. Wow. Funny that. A card that is seen play in pretty much any deck that can make a Link monsters. Kinda good. But no, that's good. Good for you. May the cards carry you to many a victory. I'm struggling to think of what would help here. If Synchro Summoned, 300 attack for the non-tuners, which would be 3,300, and do 300 burn. Who would have thought? I know. Again, specific 2-card combo. If this was like a level higher, this would actually be kinda decent. But it's not. We have Vampire Fascinator, which requires zombies. We have the other Tempire, which requires exclusively dragons. I think we're going down the list of unplayable garbage real fast. You target on your field or your opponents. You can target 2. It's just extra deck pop. I think your best deck is the rank 4 slot, so they aren't doing much right now. I mean, I think you still probably play the SP in the rank 4 deck, right? Like, maybe it's not your go-to, but, like, you just have it. I mean, that's dumb. You already know that you're probably putting it in there. I don't need to say that. Wee Witch is probably not the include for some reason, just a simple stat buff is not going to do it. And this is right at the bottom of the polls. Oh wait, we have this thing. No, Dark Pendulums. It's in every deck no matter what, yeah. You don't need me to tell you that. I did need someone to convince me in the comments of, like, putting Alpha in pretty much most decks. Tuner Synchro and non-Tuner Synchro, so we can't make that. It's not worth the Stardust. The Chaos Beast is something specific, right? Light Tuner, Dark non-Tuner. Which, yeah, we can't actually fulfill that requirement. Who would know? Filling up one extra deck slot is so fucking difficult. I mean, I could put the track back. You know, that's actually mildly funny. Cost, dare I say it, even good. You also pulled the Dark Magician. The legends speak of him. Someone who can actually make use of Dark Magician cards. Crazy. I could not imagine actually pulling, like, the normal monster to get a deck to work. Sounds like a crazy thing. At least when it's an ultra rare. I think everyone, I mean everyone who plays Masochist for more than 5 minutes probably has Pacifist. If you don't, I'm just surprised. Tuners plus Light Monster. No. Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, 2 Dark Magicians, that actually might get you somewhere. I can't help but think it's just Auxilla, just so I can use the effective Mirage Dragon to summon back an 8. But the thing is, it's always going to be a an opponent's 8 because mine are lower. Sure. That actually would have come in clutch against the fucking Horus deck. If I could make it. I would still need to clear the rest of their board, but like if I can make it, that does something. Doing a rank 7 deck, but I don't really have any good ones. I have like a good rank 7 singular, but I think it is just singular. How many worms are we on in this deck? Just like 2. We're just on 2 worms in this deck. Do we have multiple? No, we only have the one Pathfinder. I don't think we've pulled extra generator things, right? We've got an extra Starry Dragons we could do. I think we're loaded up enough for going second with like the Raigeki, the Dark Ruler, the Alpha. The triple attack is kind of either. Mecha Airplane. Yeah, that. I mean, it's a good 7. Nothing else, that is a good 7. I don't think, like, we could put the Sword Soul in this deck. It does help us make the rank 10s, or the Synchro 10s easier. But I don't know that it's worth it. I also don't know that it's worth actually keeping the Boral Sword in. What do we have in the way of 9s? We got another Xyz 9, didn't we? This thing. If would be destroyed, you can detach material instead. Fire, when this card declares an attack. Water, once per turn, target 1 card on the field. Target 1 card you control. Negate. Okay. It is a detach. Oh no. No, those are 2 separates. That is just a quick effect. Would we play it instead of anything? I don't think so. Yeah, I think that's going to be a bit niche. It's Dracosac, but yeah. It's kind of infamous. I think it's double S. Yeah, there you go. Mech Phantom Beast Dracosac. But yeah, it's kind of infamous for its stint in Dragon Ruler as a format. So you've got 2 Udgarda, 3 Valor, still just the 1. We've got 3 of this, but we don't really want to run that many. We cut down on that. I could run an extra Mirage, I could run an extra Nidhogg, and then I could put it in so that the worms are more targets. Oh, right. If nothing else, I can put in the Link 2 that I had in the going second deck. What was its name? I can't remember its name. Link. I want to say you're a Dark Link 2. I could be wrong. Frequently am. Okay, let's try the other attribute. Light Link 2. Okay, I just clearly don't know the attribute. You can't have that many of these. It's gotta be one of these. There it is. It is spec. Okay. Nothing else. I don't know Yu-Gi-Oh! Like that. That's fair. I wouldn't, like... I know a decent bit about Yu-Gi-Oh! Not for playing the game for the longest time. I only started playing, like, right after Monarchs got hit on the ban list, which was 2017, I think. But, Yeah, through watching a whole lot of like YouTube about Yu-Gi-Oh! Oh, we have a third chalice. We play another one and that gives us more odds to start with it. Sure. We have most of Exodia. Don't know when this happened, but we have the pieces. Set the head. We also have an alt win con nearly, right? Damn it. I was half hoping that, like, you know, Forbidden One didn't only count Exodia. Fires of Rage, Obliterate, yeah. Why was I looking at that? Can't remember. Forbidden Chalice. So, what's related to you, then? Okay, yeah. What did we get recently? This stream we got Photon Strike Bouncer. That's an actual pull that we got. Like, that's interesting today. We also got Chaos Creator, Nemleria Dream Devour, which makes it so that we have all the level 10 Nemlerias. And we got Yama last stream. So, like, we actually have an Unchained package we could do, which means I probably need to redesign the Fiend deck that I came up with a while ago. Not that it still exists anymore. Oh yeah, Stun gets Skill Drain, because of course it does. But I'd have to actually remove cards. I feel like that's doable. We get rid of this one. This one. Do we play the Kaijus? We play the Kaijus because it frustrates people. That one's specifically for the extra deck, whereas Compulse is just completely generic. I think we get rid of the Mirror Force, we get rid of the Breakthrough, we add Olenoids. I see I also pulled Inspector Border. Yep. Good old reliable Inspector Border. Skill Drain. We're already playing this, so we could actually play the other one as well. Like, we definitely need to cut down on this deck size. I'm under no illusion that a 60-card stun pile that looks like this is just horrendous. Especially as you're not actually all that likely to draw into your monsters, which you want to see. What's the extra deck look like? You're a punishment target, you're a punishment target, you're a punishment target. We only have the one punishment. I feel like that's correct, still. And Quartet is funny. We've got multiple Soul Levy, so maybe we do something with that. I think at this point we could probably cut Metaverse. Extra Soul Levy. We should probably put in the Raigeki and Reborn, actually. I know I need to cut some cards here and there. So what do we cut? Cut the Dim Fizz, maybe? No, we cut the Life Hack. There we go. Stun has been updated. Is there anything we can do that benefits Stun in this case? I guess if we don't get locked to... Oh wait, we got a Zombie Vampire. Oh, that's neat. I don't know how I'm taking control and outside of Snatch Steal. I guess we got Fascinator as well. What do I want to look at? I guess in the way of, like, related to vampire cards, right? Yeah, it doesn't really look like anything's changed in here. You two are still the best. Dark Vampire on your grave. Summoner, okay, you are the best one. And are you at 3? Doesn't look like it. Nope. And we're not really on worms. We have a field spell, but it's not really worth playing Metaverse for. Still waiting for a redoer for my Royal Perpetua, yeah. Do we have... We have Olenoids. Is Olenoids really needed? Maybe? Who knows? We aren't playing the Cosmics in this build. Is there any reason for that? Oh, we can cycle our spell traps as just targeting removal. Right. Send this card in a spell trap. Ah, but it's expensive. Is there anything better we can do? Oh yeah, we got Lullaby of Obedience. Does that go in the stun deck? Probably not. Eldritch plus Skill Drain, name a more iconic combo. Hello, Mr. M Gaming. Welcome. Hope you're doing well. Let's see. Full rank forward summon 3 Wonky is a good win con, maybe. That could work. Not gonna say it would. What can I do with Valmon? Actually, no. We haven't really explored that. We should start with Unchained. Because we got 1, 2... Like, that is an Unchained core, as far as Masochist goes, right? Special summon this. If this card is dropped by a card effect, you can summon, so... Yeah, I feel like that's an Unchained core. And if we're going for Fiends anyway... Then we got 2. So we want Anima for the 1, because we can actually just cycle him. What do we got in the way of Fiends? Oh, actually, we want the Bestials. Of course we want the Bestials. 1, 2, 3, 4. We want the Mulch Army. Barrage. We'll put it at 2 for the moment. Destrudo. Yeah, we'll leave it at 2 for the moment. Do we want rank 6s? I don't think we do. You're an 8. You're a 3, you're a 3. That does give us some... We do have some alternative synchro options. Anyway, Labyrinth, right? Because we got a couple of cards. So, cannot activate cards or effects in response to your normal traps. That might be worth it. You probably are, at least at 1. Or set 1 normal trap. Summon Unchained, target Unchained. I don't think that's necessarily worth it. We could put in the Stovey. I'm not sure how many Labyrinth cards are really worth putting in. Maybe cut the Archfiend. It might not actually be worth putting in any of them. Or, actually no, Fair Welcome is probably worth it, so we should put in an Archfiend. Maybe 2. If a trap card is activated. Sure. Gets us into those. What are the, like, so triple. We need to put the Tactics. We need to put in the Dark Ruler. Raigeki. Monster Reborn. I'm always going to forget various cards. The Sinful Spoils card is arguably a staple. Do we have staple traps? I feel like we do. Lost Wind for the moment, because that one can reset itself. Let's just, Fiends. Save that for the moment. Right, let's create new, and we're going to call this one Template. I'll get back to the Fiends in a second, but we're going to call this one Template. Let's just save it, no cards in. And let's go look at turn 2 or Bust for a second. Do you know if any of the other Sinful Spoiled spell traps are good? What, just for your research? Because if you have this is easy to pull. This is really good at going second. I assume you're asking because of your Diabell Star that you've got. But yeah, this is really good. This is pretty good for Diabell Star. This is just Book of Moon, so that's not bad. If you've got any Azaminas, no, okay. This one, of course, is pretty good. And any others that are in isolation. I think this one was okay. I mean, that depends on if you have illusions, I guess. But yeah, you've got Become Spell Trap, Book of Moon, the actual ad for Diabell Star. You can make it unaffected by other monsters, or you can do a stat drop of your opponent's monsters and possibly destroy them, which is pretty decent. I forget what you do. Oh, that's a shuffle. If your opponent summons from the extra deck, that is a targeting shuffle. And it's also stat manipulation in the grave, so I guess that one's not too bad, actually, if we're talking about Masochist pulls, which we are. And then, so yeah, from there, you're then looking at, I feel like the next one is just this one, which is a negate. And it's 2 negates, technically. So yeah, any of those ones. But anyway, yeah, let's make the template deck. For the template deck, we want to put in so Raigeki Reborn, Dark Ruler Tactics on the spell lineup. I don't think anything else there, technically. So let's do that. Raigeki Reborn. Oh yeah, right. So we'll take the Bestials as well, the shiny version. Strudo, Mirage. We'll only put the Mirage at 1. We're just gonna create what is roughly a template. And what, alpha? Just as, like, you know, core precautionary going second. And then in terms of traps, Lost Wind, I guess, is pretty good. So let's save that for a minute. Right, I can't be looking at this for traps, so let's take a look at... Actually, let's take a look at stun for a second. So what else could we be putting... Oh, Crackdown. Crackdown works as a generic. Oh, the Castura Field spell. And the Dominus Impulse, of course. Dominus Impulse, Cash Field spell, and Crackdown. And the Charmy. then, right, so the synchro pool. So, start from the bottom because we got a couple that we normally just chuck in. Always chuck in a Yazi. Always chuck in 1, 2, 3. And what? I think it's the Cyframe, right? And then we need an 8. It doesn't have to be anything specific, so I guess in this case it'd be Spark. See if we can just find the Spark Dragon real quick. There we go. So that's... oh, and I guess Anima in this case as well. This is like the template deck, more or less. Yeah, I feel that's it. That's the template that you can roughly copy over, and most of those cards will be in any deck, which, speaking of, Crackdown. We've already got the Lost Wind, Dominus. Do we have the Kashtira Field Spell? We're not on the Kashtira. Should we play them? Yes. 1, 2, 3. Cosmics, I do wonder about it. The thing is, this is a, let's see, target 1 card on the field. So that's technically Spell Trap removal. This is technically Spell Trap removal. What else? Spell Trap removal. You aren't, right? Destroy a card you control. Target 1 card you control. Right, so those two aren't. But yeah, I think that we're actually not doing too bad for Spell Trap removal. Also, technically, sometimes Fenrir. I guess we could get Olenoids from deck. Like, that's actually an argument for a lot more normal traps in general, because, like, Fair Welcome does just get any of them. Right, we got the Charmy, we got the Cash. Right, so let's do the extra deck real quick. Let's just do that. So, Yazi, Sai, Stardust, Ice Jade, Rose Dragon, Super Heavy, which is going to be towards the bottom of that because we actually got a few cards for it. Yeah, that's like the core that we can go through. I feel like Sebek and Haggard are both worth it. And this deck is going to make Link monsters easier. Actually, Topo, let's take a look at the... okay, we've only got these two anyway. Destroy all monsters in the main monster zones, which could proc a ton of effects for us, but also for the opponent. Also, Banish Protection is less common. Can we Synchro 4 in this mess? Oh, we're missing Assault Synchron and the Orochi. The Assault Synchron is a free summon. The Orochi is just a level 1, which can very easily make a few things. So we could put Hastur in this, because that's 1 and 2. Or 1 and... yeah, okay, Hastur actually has a legitimate reason, so that's cool. Likewise, we have legitimate reason for Catastor, actually. It's not that Catastor is a fantastic card, but we could actually make it semi-reliably. Oh yeah, we want, what is it? Zombie Vampire, actually. should have been a bit more specific than that. But yeah, with the fact that we've got tactics, with the fact that we've got crackdown, we can't search the crackdown, but we also just have 8s. So we could do something with that. It puts things in the grave for revival as well, actually. Yeah, I think I'm more or less happy with that. As at least a trial run. We're going to be starting from gold, simply because, you know, we just, for fairly obvious reasons, I think, haven't made it to diamond. Yeah, I think my drinks. So I think this would be good to start the month with. Not completely sure. And I think it's a good start. So that's Fiends. Oh yeah, let's at least change the accessories for it. It's gotta have the Dark Deck. It's gotta have Darkest Sleeves we have. They're gonna be the same. Field, Mate, Base. We'll just do the regular. It's always Rescue Rabbit. And main cards. So that's a good representation of Unchained. Well, that's a good representation that we're just doing Fiends. And yeah, I guess that's the other good bit to mention. There we go. That roughly depicts it. Template, I'm just going to change the accessories for that real quick as well. We're just going to use that one, because we tend to use those for like the special things. Template can have whatever it wants to have. Cashier, I don't know, Tactics, Charmy. Does that roughly depict it? There you go, Stables. I think, yeah, I can copy the deck, so whenever I want to make a new deck, I can just do that. Or at least I could look at the deck, and then, would I play the majority of these cards in, like, say, rank 4 Turbo? Well, I don't know, would I? Let's just copy deck. Yeah, okay, so we've got an exact copy of it. Xyz 4. I know we've got Redoer. We've also got Perpetua, but Perpetua plus Redoer doesn't do a lot without more Time Thief cards. We've got a Wonky, we've got this guy. Utopic Ray. Who's a Battle Phase Negate, okay. We've got Malevolent Sin. Unaffected by traps if it has material attached to card effect, okay. Where's Redoer? I swear we have a Redoer. We have Ragnazero. There's Redoer. But yeah, would I use the majority of these in a rank 4 Turbo? Probably not. Could I use any of these to help me out with, like... Is there a benefit to me, like, playing higher ranks? I likewise don't think so. I guess I'd play the Mulcharmy. Yeah, I'd probably end up playing the Mulcharmy at the very least. But I could cut down on, like, the Synchro stuff. Which means, yeah, all of these can go. The Alpha, probably leave it. I don't actually know. But if I'm going to be making Redoer, that goes in. I think Ragnazero, Redoer, Dreadnought. Oh wait, I actually have a target. Dreadnought can go in. We got Gangaridai, don't we? So that actually works. This guy works in multiples, as with all Salamangrates. 2 level 4 dinosaurs. Do I have that? You played with, like... No, it doesn't show rabbit! What do you mean you don't show Dino Rabbit? Rafflesia. Oh, that is generic. Not how to obtain. I don't need to know how to obtain. I need to know related cards. Oh, I have trap holes. Boy, do I have trap holes. We also have Bookamoon and Summon Negate. Bookamoon is sometimes good, but not always. I have to look if I have dinosaurs. I think I have, like, Rescue Rabbit. And if I have Rescue Rabbit, I'll probably have targets. I don't have anything for you, though, right? Double or nothing. Do we have a double or nothing? We have a double or nothing. Utopia Xyz. Oh, it just needs a Utopia Xyz. But the thing is, you want to use, like, Utopia for it, really. So... onto... I guess it's to, like, pendulum scales. Which means we can just pendulum 4s. So let's take a look at effect pendulum 4s. This is what we're looking for. Methinks. I'm not actually sure if this is worth it. But then again, what do we actually have that brings us like 2 4s on the field? 2 4s feels like it's kind of a pipe dream. Supreme King Gate Pendulum. We have 3 of this, and we have 3 of this. Are they low and high? No, not really. We do have this, and we have this, which takes any 2 7s. We have 2 7s. What if? Just what if, you know? Are either of you a tuner? You're a tuner. So this technically works. Sure. Add a Supreme King Dragon, or... yeah, that's not bad. If you control Zark, which isn't going to happen. If you have Supreme King Gate in your Pendulum Zone, you're a Supreme King Dragon. Type another face-up card, destroy both it and this, summon a Dragon Fusion Synchro. Okay, I don't actually understand the purpose of that. Dragon Xyz. I guess that could cheat out the Odd Eyes Vortex. Is there anything for Sculpt? Perform Panel, Odd Eyes. Yeah, okay, I don't think there is. Alright, keep it going. Pendulum Xyz is not really a deck direction that I expect to work, but, you know, it might be interesting, dare I say, good to try out. Is there any point to, like, Winder? Detach material from an Xyz, summon this. If this card is summoned, summon a Time Thief. What do we got in the way of Time Thieves? You... Hand Deck of Grave, Time Thief Machine Xyz. You just infinitely return, so you're probably just like at least a 1 of. Summon a Time Thief from hand. Possibly. I mean, it does summon from hand if I can make an Xyz monster in the first place, so there's that. What do we have in the way of zoo? Like, nothing, right? Correct, nothing. We are looking through probably the biggest part of the card pool that we can, by looking at fours and effects and, you know, pendulums. Like, the biggest non-specific part of the card pool. Or non-generic. I don't know, words. You know, that technically does work. But is that worth it? I don't know, honestly. Let's cut them out. It's probably not. But with this, we could actually be playing, like, the... I mean, we could be playing the 12, but I think we should probably just put in the 2 10s as, like, the last couple. Although Link monsters are going to compete for space as well. We haven't actually put in the target for this one yet. 2 level 4 darks. You're dark, you're a lot. Okay, I think we cut this due to the attribute requirements. We can cut this one because we don't actually have the appropriate level for that anymore. R4 Turbo. Doesn't really look like there's a lot that's worth it. If you can pendulum summon 4, you can pendulum this card from your extra, detach 1, place this in your pendulum. Okay, yeah, sure. Cards. Words. I know we were playing some pendulum monsters a time ago. I know we had Abyss Actor Curtain Raiser because it was just a free summon. I don't know about anything else though. This idea might have, like, no legs whatsoever. It could also be just very, very good. You know, it could be consistent, if nothing else. Pendulum Summon Armored B is funny, but I don't think it's going to do anything for us. Wisdom Eye. No. Metronome is a no. Dragonox, do you do anything? Total Warrior or Spellcaster with 2,000 or less? We do not have those. Revival Jam is funny, but not good. Just finished, like, I started and finished playing GX Spirit Caller on Saturday. I'd forgotten how much, not Spirit Caller, Sacred Cards. I'd forgotten how fun it is for just, like, such a weird game. And the reason why I did it on Saturday is because I saw that the Steam sale was on, and seeing as, what was it? What do they even call it? I'm not going to be able to remember the name of it. But it's the collection that's on Steam that Konami have made of, like, all their old, well, not all their old, a good chunk of their old games. On the special summon you can add a Perform Age. Do we do Perform Age things? If this card is Pendulum Summon, you can add a Poly. We don't have Poly. I don't think any of those are particularly worth it. Unfortunate. Where are you at? Right at the bottom of there. Okay, so we continue. But yeah, I kind of forgotten how fun Sacred Cards was for being just like a bit of a weird gimmicky game. It's neat. Yeah, there's... Okay, we do have a Rescue Rabbit. But Rescue Rabbit relies on normals. I think we probably put in the Curtain Raiser anyway. It is a Dark Pendulum. Do we put in the Rescue Rabbit? Probably not. There's no hope. We don't really have anything for Alistair. During your main phase, normal or special summon this turn. You comply. Yeah, we're not going to control other monsters at that point. At that juncture. I don't think it's likely. Dinotherium. You're just a special summon, actually, aren't you? You can special summon this card from your hand, yeah. I guess we put one in. This is going to be a rank 4 deck primarily, so we do want to make them. Yours do with a lack of extra. You're a fun one-of, definitely. Yugioh is a free summon and a battle trick. We will put in more trap cards, because we are actually scrolled all the way to the bottom of the list of things. Right. For the extra deck, before I forget, let's do Xyz monsters. We got Gangaradai somewhere. There we go. That's the target for this one. That's set up via the Absolute Zero. And Synchros. Right, so we've got... It's you, right? Specifically you. Light level 4 tuner. We've got level 8. But... we can definitely play the... No, we can play one of the 10s. We can play the Black Rose. The other one requires a water tuner monster, which we can't manage now. Yeah, and even if we put in the Orochi, we're not going to be able to manage it. So that's just how it is. Tuner, non-tuner fiends, we're not really doing that. We can put in this. It's heavy investment, but it is a 12. Or, actually, no, this is now a time where it becomes relevant that we got this one. They are in the spell trap zone, they are also in, like, the pendulum zones. So I don't know how that works. We could still do Vorp Gate. You need exactly Waters. You need Fleur Synchron, which is not happening. Do we go in for Link monsters assorted? Maybe? I mean, it'd be useful to have one or two. Like, yeah, if we're actually going to pendulum summon, we do want a Link monster. Link 2. Let's just check if there's anything else we want in synchro-wise, and we just cut back on some of the, like, the goofier stuff. Until the end of this turn. Oh, it can tack out, so that just recycles itself. Maybe it's better than 11th in? The 4 damage calculation at the end of that. Yeah, okay, we cut them 11th in. Thought Ruler, is that particularly relevant? We're not getting back... Yeah, no, Thought Ruler isn't necessary. We also just have an 8 that's a dark, but we're not using Mirage Worm for it, so I don't need to focus on that. We need to just focus on, is it an even level multiple of 4? And is it good? But I feel like that's that. Okay, so let's go for our links. Take out the synchro filter. Right. So I want a link to that points down in 2 ways. And there are 3 possible arrows for that, it just needs to point down in 2 ways. I am thinking that the Sorcerer of Sebek is not a bad shout. Is there anything else that's, like, also pretty good, though? Unless we just say, again, Zereboros is a board clear and we've got pretty good access to, like, you know, a lot of monsters. Or we say that this is the reason you use a rank for, or the other one. Yeah, I think this might actually be the reason to use the other one. So that we can recur it. If they have destruction protection, they have destruction protection. But, you know. Traps. We are pretty low on spells, actually, but traps. Olenoids, maybe? We could be running Cosmic instead of the Olenoids. We're not running a whole lot of traps anyway, so let's do Cosmic. Are we good for the rank for the level 4s? I think so. We should be, right? Yeah. So what various traps can we do? What's a deck? So we got the Starry Dragon cycle, that's good. We've got the Paleozoic cards, of course. We've got Crackdown. Yep, and we got a few trap holes and such. We're on the Dominus Impulse, right? I've immediately forgotten, like, all of the cards that I just listed. Genuinely incredible. Starry Dragons. We've got the Crackdown. Okay, we don't have to counter. So we've got Trap Tricks. We got a couple of Trap Tricks cards. But other than that, nothing particularly special. In this one. Nothing special. Probably nothing special in the zombie deck either, it's just the Eldritch, yeah. Stun, and we'll have like most trap cards that I have. This is both-sided, isn't it? No, it's just when your opponent summons. Huh. We could just stick in a regular Compulse. Yeah, we could just stick in a regular Compulse. What else? What is Pacifist playing? Pacifist is playing Book of Moon in the form of Paleos. Blackout. Yeah, I think I've seen like most of the good traps. You're like not on any, right? No. Staples might have some stuff in. I mean, I could do Dim Fizz, but like Dim Fizz doesn't feel very fun. Oh, sorry, Dim Barrier. Dim Fizz is passable. Torrential. Oh, I completely forgot I just have Torrential. 2 copies of it, even. Torrential, Breakthrough, Paleos, Trap Tricks. Dogmatica Punishment isn't relevant because yeah. Clockwork Knight. That's what I was thinking. And are there better 4s that I'm not seeing? No, you're a 3. Yeah, I think I'm pretty happy with that. I'm going to put in the Clockwork Knight. I'm going to put in Torrentials. because Clockwork Knight plus Ragnar Zero is just decent. And I can put in a couple torrentials, right. What am I cutting down on? I feel the monster count is not what we cut down on. I'm not actually... You know what? No. We don't need to cut down on that. That's just rank 4 turbo. That's what we're calling it. Change the accessories, though. So, we don't have an Xyz card case. We're just going to use the regular. We will use the Xyz Black. We'll use the Xyz thing. We'll use Rescue Rabbit. And we'll change 3 main cards. So... Field... No, what's a good way of doing this? And what's the third one? What really signifies it? I don't know. Yeah, that's good enough, right? Rank 4. I know I did just grind the generator deck for a long time. And if I don't grind a deck for a long time, I'm of course not going to win with it. I'm seeing, like, in theory, a lot of hands that just don't make a rank 4. I should probably also chuck in a rank 6 just for... Well... No, I've already gone over why I wouldn't chuck in a rank 6. We have a rank 7. Just the one. Rank 10. Are we snatch stealing? Oh, we could snatch steal relatively decently, actually. Either graveyard. Yeah, I should put a zombie vampire. What's the least likely? Try a level rank 4 psychic in your grave, summon it. I mean, it recycles Redoer, but if Redoer is left the field, this is probably not needed. Yeah, this can hold one of their monsters hostage as material, so I'm happy with that. And it frees it up if we take it with something like Crackdown as well. Although we need an 8 that we can get to semi-reliably, and at the moment... Oh wait, no. Yeah, so we can use an opponent's... We could actually just use 2 opponent's monsters, that's, you know, something as well. If this card is in your graveyard, tribute 2 Supreme. Okay, so we can recur this one as well. Yeah. What do we have in the way of level 8s, specifically? Alpha's not particularly, like, easy to summon. So we have you, but you need to be brought onto the field, you need to be... Oh yeah, right. Yeah, Flamberge Dragon. You can pendulum summon the materials to, like, get them out. But it's, like, it's still a tribute summon. That summons from grave. Sorry, did not mean to do that. If field spell is activated, you can special summon this from your hand. Specifically from hand. I don't think there's really going to be one that we can, like, recur easily. I think the one in the extra deck is probably our best bet. We don't have anything for, like, King Sarkbit, do we? Well, technically. During your main phase, you can add a Chorus monster from your deck to your hand, place 1 card from your hand on the deck.
And you need to special summon yourself from the grave, yeah. Where were I looking? What's the trap card do? That's interesting, but I think we need more copies, honestly. Right. I think I've probably done all the thinking I can do. Yeah, we could put one in. I think I've probably done all the thinking I can do. Do I want to cut things? No, we're just going to run 49 cards on it for when we get back to it. We've made a template, we've updated a bunch of decks, we've made 2 new decks. Should be fine. Let's collect our measly rewards for today's, very short and very poor quality session, honestly. And let's go update our stats. Right, so we have played 2, 5, 6, 8. Yeah, we played 10, and we won like 3. Right? Yeah. Not a super successful stream, but it's a stream, I hope you guys have managed to enjoy yourselves, and look forward to catching you all on Thursday. Yeah, I don't think there's anything that really stops me from doing it. So, thanks very much for watching. My name is Catlonic, and I look forward to catching you all next time. Goodbye for now.